Hey, this is Hiker Dude Dad. Gonna do something a little different today. It's about 10 degrees outside, so we are going to do kind of an equipment review today. I use a GoPro Hero 8 out on the trail, and I've had to make some modifications to different kind of mounts and kind of build my own stuff. And some of the things out there weren't quite right, so I realize I've got a couple years of adapting and kind of building new stuff, and just want to show off what I've been doing. Maybe it'll give you some ideas too. So when I first started, I was using the GoPro Hero 5 Black. This is my 8. I was using this hand tripod here from GoPro. Basically, you hold it like this. It extends a little bit of a selfie stick there, but coolest feature here is that these will expand if you're doing anything like, tabletop, or, I like to cook in my videos and such. I was also using the chest mount from GoPro to get out there and give kind of a first-person point of view. With a backpack, though, this gets a little bulky. You've got all kinds of straps crisscrossing on your chest and back. Your shoulder straps are coming down, and then you've got your chest strap across here. So is this under? Is it over? It was, kind of got in the way. This was good enough for me to do basically my first big series of videos when we did go hike the Grand Canyon. Seeing them again now, the GoPro Hero 8 is awesome. It had the hyper smooth stabilization. Those videos are very jumpy, very bouncy, on account of the GoPro 5 not having that stabilization. So I do not have the Hero 5 Black anymore. I lost it in the South River near Annapolis while tubing. Honestly, I was using some third-party accessories on this to like wrist strap it and tether it, and just didn't work out. Pro tip here, always go with the GoPro accessories. I think they would have replaced it for me had I been using their floaty here, which would, float your camera. I got to the point where they were almost going to replace it, and then I couldn't prove that I used GoPro official accessories. So I got this floaty for any time I'm near water. A good option is to join GoPro Plus for like $4 a month. Stock up on accessories because it's 50% off for whoever pays $4 a month. So $4 a month, you'll get 50% off. You can keep it if you want kind of insurance. It covers any damage as long as you have a damaged camera to show them. I did not have a damaged camera. It was probably pretty awesome and would still work, but it was at the bottom of the river. But that's why I have a floaty now. That's why I've stocked up on GoPro accessories, just in case there's a problem. So from the clunky chest mount, which was kind of under this strap, I went to this shoulder mount. So this Velcros the whole way around and has one of these, I forget what they're called, kind of a quick release mount. So I could mount the camera up here, but I kind of had that 60s Batman villain kind of thing going. Whenever they showed the villains, they rotated the camera like 35-40 degrees to show that they were crooked. Basically, cheesy show, but basically that was happening with the shoulder mount too. My horizon was off, so GoPro had a swivel mount here that I did get. So this piece will swivel, kind of give good angles, and I was able to level out my horizon and give a really good kind of first-person view as I was hiking. So eventually, I started to mix in a selfie stick. I used this cheap plastic model for years. We got the kids these, and basically it's good. I mean, it has good articulation. It extends, pretty basic, almost like a car antenna. So this worked fine for years. As far as holding it, I'd either tether it. I've got like a sunglass loop on my strap on my backpack, so I'd either drop it in there to carry it kind of close to my shoulder, or I actually got this to put on my belt. So basically I could holster it with like a lightsaber here. I cut this out, put one of these down in the rubber so that just this knob was sticking out. And then this little clip thing goes on your belt. If this looks familiar, this is a Nokia's style 90s sort of cell phone thing. This would go into your phone. This would go on your belt. This slides in, right? So your stick's mounted like this on your belt clip. It was heavy. The camera was heavy, so it'd hang down like this. And then to get it loose, you could do like one-handed, just press down on this thumb thing and lift up on your stick there. That is exactly what they did in the prequel trilogy for Star Wars, Ewan McGregor and Liam Neeson. That is exactly how their lightsabers attached to their belts while they were communicating, you know, across the stars via their Gillette Lady Sensor XL razors. So very easy, thumb down, withdraw it, get your saber out, you're ready to shoot. Kind of got in the way though while I was walking. It kind of hung in the front, and then eventually this plastic head got smashed, broken, or maybe I just tightened it too tight. It's a metal screw being pulled into metal. So maybe that eventually just destroyed all that plastic. But this is the second one, never went to it. I'll show you what I upgraded to in a second. So meanwhile, I was using this flexi leg tripod for shots of me making coffee or breakfast, or, you know, those typical YouTube hiker B-roll shots where I twist it to a tree, you know, and then just walk away, you know, casually, and walk back to the camera and, you know, do twice the amount of hiking that I set out to do because I want those fancy shots, make it look like somebody else is there. This was super lightweight, but here's the deal. The ball joint is plastic, and I think from moving it and adjusting it, it's become so polished from swiveling that it just doesn't hold the weight of the camera anymore, no matter how much I tighten it. And I did lose actually the D-ring tightener here. So, you know, this was fine. And here actually, I did actually put an L bracket on here with one of those Nokia parts here so that I could hang this also on my belt, draw it, ready to shoot. So I eventually upgraded, and the best thing I could find was this beast, which is probably about 3 times the weight. It's got a metal ball in here, so that's good. And I have taken this, you know, on some trips lately, but I don't know, these, I just had a better time adjusting these and then getting these back to like straight. I don't know, this is big and bulky. It's a little too much weight. If you have a small flexi leg tripod, more on par with this guy, that has a metal joint, there's no way I could swap these. I've tried to look with my knowledge. There's no way I can do that. But if you have one that you like, please let me know in the comments. So the selfie stick was great, and the shoulder mount was fine. So easier hikes where I didn't need the trekking poles, I was using the selfie stick. And on other hikes where I did need the poles, you know, I'd mount up on the shoulder and give that first person view. So at the time I was using Lecky trekking poles, and one of the features they had an attachment that would go on the top of their pole with a little tripod screw. So you can mount that on your pole and actually use your trekking pole as a selfie stick. So I was already using Lecky poles. I ordered the attachment, very overpriced for what it was. It was like a couple pieces of plastic. It was $30. I used that a few times. I loved it. It was fine. And then I fell at World's End State Park, and the bane of my existence is plastic parts. The screw on it was plastic. You know, I I'm a klutz. I need metal parts so I don't break them and all that kind of stuff. So I worked on a solution, as one does. So here was my first engineering kind of marvel here. Inspired by the Lecky. I had gone back to the black diamond poles here that I used before my Leckies because, you know, I fell and bent my Leckies. That's I will do from time to time. But so here we go. I'll try and show it. There we go. Zooming in. Lock that in. So here I found on Amazon basically like a female screw that I could drill out the rubber and plastic up here on top of the pole, put in the female threaded piece, and then, or the male threaded piece, and then inside that it's hollowed out to a female threaded piece. And then this metal with this screw, it's like that on both sides. Tripod screws on either side. So I was able to then screw that into the female acceptor, whatever you want to call it. But the female thing is Gorilla Glue down in there, and then this one screws in on top, and then a couple rubber washers on top allow me to position this and kind of cushion it here. I had metal on metal there, and that wasn't quite cutting it, but you know, it would loosen up as I was walking. But putting the rubber washers on there, boom. Now, here it is. It's pointing forward, and we're good to go. So this would basically give me a first-person view with the hyper smooth on the 8. It was easy to watch, and then kind of bend that guy up, stick it out like this, and there's your selfie stick. Okay, so the most recent thing I did was upgrade my selfie stick. That other one broke when I was on the AT&PA, so I went with kind of this all-metal Insta360 selfie stick. It's made for the Insta360 camera. The software kind of edits out the selfie stick, and you get this nice above 360 fisheye kind of video of what you're doing. It's light, it's long, it's simple. I'm filming this on my pool table, and this more than crosses. It's probably 4 to 5 feet in length, but metal, all metal parts up here, simple with the thumb screw up there. Goes right in here to my camera. The bottom also has a hole, which is nice. When I get this wet underwater, I can bring it out. I can take out this screw and just kind of drain and dry everything. But I got this stainless D-ring on Amazon, but I'm still in the process of looking for something like these feet that are just the feet and the tripod screw that can go onto here, because then I've got basically a full-size tripod when I'm out there. I can just interchange those. And then for my belt, I got this titanium clip for my hip belt. It goes over here. That's where it attaches to your belt. And then I can also go Jedi style with this one. The D-ring snaps right in there, hangs on my belt. I position this one more towards the side, right up against my hip pack. But you basically just press it in. You can do this one-handed by going like this. Ready to shoot. All right, so other uses for the GoPro here. You know we like our hockey in this house, so B-Dog has had a helmet mount, a GoPro helmet mount on top of his lid for some time here. So we've gotten some really nice shots mounted. You kind of use that quick release buckle thing again, so we've actually put it this way facing forward, gives a good first person view. And then this like aluminum arm I have here can also clip on here, hang the GoPro back behind him. You go wide angle, and we've got some real good views of him pumping the arms away, skating, all that kind of stuff. And they've been real nice. So one of the things I do on the ice, though, the GoPro roll cage. I use a regular silicone orange sleeve for day-to-day use on my GoPro, but this is a little tougher, plus it has this replaceable lens shield right here, screen protector. The roll cage here gives a little cushion around that important lens there, so we'll put this on for the ice, you know, in case it kind of falls off or he falls or something. Whenever he does wear it on the ice, all the kids are like, what is that? And chasing him and all that kind of stuff. And it's like firing pucks trying to hit it, you know, that kind of thing. I do have one more helmet mount. This is my mask from when I used to play. I've been retired for about 7 years, but I'm getting the itch. So I think I'm going to mount this up and give you guys some good first-person goalie views of what it's like to come back to hockey after 7 years and show you what it looks like while I'm trying to 10 goal and not die. One last note about safety, you know, with that roll cage, give you some extra protection there, but hey, it's real easy. This pack of like 3 screen protectors, 3 fronts, 3 backs, found on Amazon for like less than $10. Oh my gosh, has it saved my butt this year. My last hike on the AT and PA fell, cracked the lens. Lens cover did not crack the lens, but it would have. So these little screen protectors for a couple bucks, you know, especially now I kind of am at the point where I've gotten my money's worth with the Hero 8, so I don't pay the $4 a month anymore for GoPro Plus. You know, if it goes, then I just get the Hero 10. The other thing I keep with me is lens wipes out on the trail. Nothing worse than dirty lenses. So what's next for me with the GoPro and the mounts and everything? I mean, I think I've got my mount game kind of dialed in. I like where my equipment's at. It's easy to use, easy to pull that camera and get the good shot. I'm definitely right now considering the Hero 10. Keep the Hero 8 as kind of a backup camera, different angle, maybe 2 things, different angle. You know, like if I'm talking to you here and, you know, hey, something else is getting me from the side, it changes it up, you know, something like that. But basically the leap between the Hero 9 and the Hero 8 wasn't good enough for me to jump in, and it's had problems. So, but the 10 here seems like the way to go. So I'm going to keep an eye on that and maybe get into that. Part of me wants to go and get a drone also. I'm just so jealous of some footage by creators like Walter Zolna and Chris and Sarah and all these guys that are out there flying these drones around and getting amazing aerial pictures and things. Is amazing, but with my experience with my GoPro Hero 5, I doubt I'll be wanting to really fly over rivers. Hey, thanks for watching. Any questions you have, drop them below. Comments, please subscribe, please tell a friend. And hopefully next time I see you, it won't be in 10 degrees and I'll see you out on the trail.